Mondays are probably the most difficult shows, just in general. I think not only for fans, but for people in the media. Not because there's not an abundance of things to talk about, but because what you're taking away. And we had quite the conversation yesterday, Jeff, you and me.
Right.
Well, what do we make of decision making? And I know you wanted to bring it up again, but I do want to clarify two things. The timeout before the half.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Campbell went on 97.1 this morning, Stoney and Jansen, and said that he felt, I love the word feeling with this coach. He felt that they were going to get the ball back, and his mindset was they were going to get 2 scores. Okay. Makes sense why you did it on 2nd and 14. Not really too pissed about it. Granted, the Eagles looked like they just wanted to get off the field, but whatever.
Yeah, they were content with.
I'm going to leave it. Brandon Staley made that same mistake against the Raiders last year, but, whatever. What I want to know from you is how am I supposed to sit up here, now Tuesday after the fact, and have a conversation about his decisions? And, again, Washington is this week. They're 2.5-point favorites. This is a game they should win. They play Minnesota after. Seattle, we've gone through the schedule. Then you have New England.
Yep.
Dallas without Dak Prescott. The games are going to be there this year. But my issue isn't just with the decisions. It's not even the timing. Chicago, Seattle, the Giants, the Steelers, they all were the lesser talented team on Sunday and Monday last night for Seattle. And they found a way to win. And there were no excuses. And there were no questionable decision making. Pete Carroll didn't pin the Seattle Seahawks in a bad spot, and their defense held, I believe, on 2 goal line stands against the Broncos. Gordon fumbled and Javonte Williams. So my question is, Washington up this week, but when are we going to start having a conversation about winning games, quote, you shouldn't win? Because to come in on a fucking Monday, and excuse my language, and everybody's, oh, well, I didn't expect to beat the Eagles. Oh, we never expected to beat the Eagles. I'm really trying to be patient. I swear to God I am. And it's not the fact that nobody in the room doesn't think that the Eagles aren't better than the Lions. I think that is general consensus. Up 7-0, a turnover on downs, a playoff atmosphere, and you follow it up with 3 and outs. And on top of it, the timeout going into half. 3rd and 1 from the 2 before the 2-minute warning, which I really honestly I didn't even have an issue with that. Granted, it's general clock management 101, but it doesn't add up for me. And even when he explains, I wanted to get the ball back again, dude, what football game were you watching? Your defense needed to get into the tunnel as soon as possible so you could make halftime adjustments. And you know what happened? Not only did you give them the ball and encourage them, by the way, on that 2nd and 14 to take a chance downfield, which they did, and they ended up scoring, you not only increased your deficit, but you went into the half now down more than you were supposed to be. You come out of the half and halftime adjustments, 14 points for the Eagles in the 3rd quarter. I can't. On top of it, an onside kick where he goes on a 30, 40, 50-second rant yesterday in his presser saying, well, we don't want to kick it off. It's easy to say just kick it off, but we didn't want to kick it off because, if they put a drive together, they would have taken off 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes. So. But you have faith in the defense, but then you don't. Jeff, good morning.
No, and I get what you're saying. That's the argument I made yesterday was if you have faith in your defense, why go for the onside? But the more I thought about it, I rewatched the game. The thing that I was able to take away rewatching it was that offense. And honestly, they put up the 3rd most points in week 1, and the Lions did against a very good Philadelphia Eagles team. So that's what I was able to take away from it. And on top of that, one thing Dan said that I also thought more and more about, and I agree with him, is this team is way better than they are last year. I mean, I get it. They both lost week 1. Last year, you lose week 1 against the San Francisco 49ers. That was way more uglier. I mean, yeah, you made the fourth quarter comeback. You had an onside kick recovery. But this game against the Eagles, they showed a lot of good things. I know defensively they gave up 38, but, well, minus the pick 6, they really gave up 31. But that's what honestly, we didn't have much to expect from this defense. We knew they were young. We knew they were inexperienced. They're lacking star power. You knew they were going to struggle, that defensive line against that offensive line. So I'm not going to sit here and overreact to week 1, but I do get why you're frustrated because of Dan Campbell and what he's saying. Although I get it, that's how he feels. And listen, it's his ship. He can drive it however he wants. Really, you have to check in on this week 7, week 8, and see if these decisions are adding up.
Even if I do agree with most of what you're saying. Right. I really do. And I'm not sitting here on a Tuesday, let alone yesterday, telling you that the season is over or that it's doom and gloom and the project's not going to work. No, we're not doing that.
Right.
But hey, can I just ask all of you a question and you give me an answer outside of, well, it was the Eagles. We weren't supposed to win that game.